Hey guys, Krista here from Davey and Krista, and in this tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to make an email signature like this that is clickable and hopefully gets more people to follow you on your different channels and maybe even grows your email list. So let's get started. I am going to begin by opening up a Google Doc. I actually have this already open, so I'm going to make a new tab so I can show you how I did it. So let's do another tab and I'm going to hit enter just to clear off that like Gemini stuff. And I'm going to insert a table. And I'm going to make this table two different squares right now, but you can adjust this based on how you want your layout to look. So I'm going to start by adding two boxes like that, and I'll make them bigger, and then I'm going to make this one smaller. And then I've already sized some images of myself and my team, and I have them on my desktop. So I would open up any photo that you want to use, and you could size it in Photoshop or Canva or another image editing tool like that. So I'm going to navigate to my desktop, and I'm going to grab this circle right here with my face in it. So there we go. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to this column right here, and this column is going to contain all of my text. So for reference, we are creating something like this where it has our name, it has office hours, and then links to different social media channels. So I'm going to copy this and paste it over here, and I'm using EB Garamond, and you really want to stick with Google fonts and the ones that are in Google Docs because they're going to come in formatted in an email format, and a lot of the and if you did premium fonts, they would get stripped out. So keep it simple with fonts like this. So I'm going to come over to this column right here, and so I want the text within this space to come away from this edges a little bit. So to do that, I'm going to come over to cell, and I'm going to increase the cell padding a little bit. So I'm going to make this 2.6, and this is one that you'll kind of have to play with depending on exactly what you like and what you need. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some social media icons. So there is a website called Icon Monster, and there's tons of free icons in here. And you can download them as SVG files and change the colors, or you could just grab them as PNGs. So I'm going to start with Instagram. So Instagram, and I like this one. And then I can download it as an SVG, and I could open that up in Illustrator, or I drop them into Sketch. And you can see that I have them in here in Sketch, and I just clicked on each one to change the colors, and then I exported them as a PNG. And you could do something similar in Canva. So we could go to Canva. So in Canva, I need to create a new file. Let's do a custom size, and I'm going to make it 100 by 100. So really small file sizes. And then the next thing I need to do is I need to bring in my icons. So I have a bunch of them right here that I downloaded, and we'll give it a second to load. But once they've loaded, we can start pulling them in. So I can pull it in, and once it's fully loaded in Canva, I can size it and I can change the colors to be one of my brand colors. And then I'm going to add another page, and then I can do Pinterest. And so here is my Pinterest one, and add another color. And I would just keep doing that for all of the different icons that I need. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to share this so that I can download these files as transparent PNGs. So I want them to be a PNG. This 100 by 100 pixel size is fine. I'm going to make it a transparent background, and then select all pages and download. And it'll download all of the different icons that I have, and then we can start dropping them into our file. So it downloaded right here. So I'm going to unzip them, and here are my different icons that match my brand. So to get these icons to line up next to each other within this table, we're going to nestle a table in a table. If you ever hand coded an email like back in the way old MailChimp days, this is what I'm talking about. This is how they were built. So I'm very glad that tools like Flowdesk and Kit make it really easy to have pretty emails. But we're going old school on this one. So let's go to Insert, and we're going to insert a table. And let's say I have 5 different things that I want to link to. So I'm going to add 5 right here. And I know that I want these to be pretty small so that it doesn't take up too much space. So I'm going to pull them in like this, and we might have to reformat them a little bit too, just depending on whether these images resize the boxes. I'm not sure if they will. So we can take my Pinterest icon and, oh, it worked, and pull it in there. I can take this one, and then I have some other ones on my desktop because I've already tested this. So I'm gonna pull that one in. These are a slightly different color. I think because I made them in a different app, and they're a slightly different size. So you want to make sure that when you're doing those little icons, you keep the sizes consistent in Canva and make sure the colors are consistent, unless that's the look you're going for, that you want them to be different. So we'd add as many icons as we need, and then I'll click on them and add a link to Pinterest. So my Pinterest account is pinterest.com/DavyandKrista. So I just copied the URL, and I'm going to go to this little link icon right here and hit paste. And then I'm going to do the same thing for any other links that I'm adding in here. So then the last thing that I did for my personal signature was that I added a link here to one of our freebies to encourage people to join our mailing list, just because you never know if somebody who you're emailing back and forth with is actually on your list. So I have this. Okay, so I have this layout. The next thing I want to do is I want to turn off these lines because I don't actually want to see them within my design. So I'm going to put my mouse in this, you can put it anywhere in here, inside of this table, and I'm going to come to the color, and I'm going to set it to have a 0 pixel border. Same thing with this one. So color, 0 pixel border. Then I'm going to, not mess it up. I'm going to copy the whole thing and hit Command C. You could also right click and hit copy like that. Then we're going to go into our email settings and click to see all of our settings, and you are going to paste it in here. So if I didn't already have an email signature, I could make one here. You could have multiple email signatures if you have multiple accounts. So I'm going to hit paste, and it just goes in like that. And then if I hit save, then the next time I pull up my email, it would appear like that. And people can come in and click on any of these links right here to go to our various channels or join our mailing list. So I hope this tutorial was helpful. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below, and make sure that you hit like and subscribe on this channel to get future design updates from us.